Okay, welcome to the channel. I'm going to go over the morning wrap up for March 6th. I traded the Russell today. I normally do not trade the Russell, but I wanted to see what it's like using the indicator and also the settings. Now, for the Russell, I did bubble ticks 1, the minimum volume of 20. So that's what I had there. And then, of course, the profile width is always set to 90, and then the delta settings and the imbalance ratio I had set 4 to 3. I think that's a little high. I might have to adjust that a little bit. I normally don't trade the Russell. I normally trade the NQ. That's my bread and butter. So, but then enabled stacked and balanced, I had that enabled, and the dot position was center, and the persistent ticks was 3, and the minimum volume was 5. That seemed like it was okay. Uh, but let's go over the trades. So we opened up, actually, let's go over non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll was pretty good. I got in a little short. Boy, did I miss that big short right there. I was away from the desk. Wow, what an idiot I was. But we opened up non-farm payroll. We kind of ran down. I didn't trade any of that. I didn't trade any of this right here, but I saw that 30 lot kickoff, and then we kind of sold down. And I was thinking, well, if we break this area, we could probably come down to here. So what I did was I got in. I got in when we broke that area, and then I kind of got out around here, and then I took a little bit of profits. It was a small profit. It was like 3 point profit for the Russell. That was okay. But then I was like, you know what? Let me go in the kitchen and go do something real quick. And then I went in the kitchen. I came back to my desk and look at that trade I missed. Wow, look at that. We had a huge sell order. I mean, we had a huge buy order that got caught. We started trading below it. Once we broke the low of this candle right here, we broke that low, and boy, did we sell off big time. You could easily gotten yourself a 10 pointer on that. It would have been like a $500 trade. That would have been really nice because I know me, once we started trading down below here and I seen another 85, when we start trading up, I'm cutting that thing. But I missed that big trade right there. But then we opened up, and I was streaming at 9:15. 9:15, I started streaming. Every morning I stream at 9:15. At least I try to. So we opened up 9:30. We had some buyers up here. They were getting caught a little bit, but look at this. We just kind of slop trade up, down, just some slop. And then all of a sudden we kind of sold off. I was like, oh, wow. And then we had a 200 lot seller. I'm like, all right. We had 199 right there, about 200. So I thought we were going to go down. I was like, this is going to be good. Then when you look at those wicks right there, big, huge wick, big wick right there. Big wick right there on that 200. Look at all those wicks. And I was on stream and I said, hey, look at these wicks right here. Stay away from this slop. Just do not trade. Pick the battles you think you can win when the odds are in your favor. The odds are not in your favor around here. They were just slopping it all around. Okay, then we had a 50 lot seller, and then I thought for sure once we got in here that we were going to go sell off. And I was waiting for a nice persistent selling or a stacked selling balance we could get in, but nope, that didn't happen. We just kind of slopped around a little bit. We kind of went back up and kind of trade back and forth, back and forth. That was a little bit crazy. Then all of a sudden, I saw the trade that I do like. I like to find trapped traders. We were sloping upwards right here. We were sloping upwards. We were separating from the Higanashi lines. We had a 37 lot sell order that got caught on the wrong side. We closed above, and I was thinking, okay, if we close above, we can get some. I think it was right up in here. Yeah, it was right up in here before I took this buy and I made my money back that I lost right here. It was right up in here. That 24. I don't know what I was thinking. But I took this, we ran up, and then we came back down, and then I had to cut it for a loser. So I cut it for a small loss, and then all of a sudden I saw that 37 trapped seller. And I was like, okay, let's try this again. So I got in here, and I made my money back and then some. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then we just kind of traded around here. And then during the stream, I saw this 122 sell. So that 122 sell, and then we closed right there at it. And I was thinking, okay, and on stream, I don't know if anybody got this, but once we broke this level right here, once we broke that 27 level, I went on ahead and got short. and it was on stream, and I was all excited because I was yelling at it, "Push it, baby! We got to break through them beds and smoke them." And sure enough, we did. We got a nice little run from here, and then once we got down into here, right up in here, we saw some persistent buying. The persistent buying is not going to show up because I drop it off after a while. There's really no reason to see it, no reason to waste resources and paint it on the chart when it's not needed anymore. I saw some persistent buying, so a dot showed up in the center there. And once we started trading up here, I went on ahead and cut it, and I think it was roughly about an 8 point trade. I think I got an 8 point trade. So I made back some money because in the early morning I was kind of crazy. It was the first time I traded the Russell. I normally trade the NQ. That's my bread and butter. So I traded the Russell, and I was almost at my max limit to stop for the day because I was losing for the day. And then I took the winner right here, and it got me out of the hole a little bit. And then this big huge short got me out of the hole and back into the green. So I was happy about that. Got me out of the hole and back into the green. So then we kind of traded around about 11:15, about 11:30. I had to go run and go do something. So I was off the stream, but I think I just kept it running. This right here, we had a 43 lot buy. We were sloping upwards. We were breaking this bounce area right up in here. We were trading around, just kind of slopping around. We were kind of trading that area. I mean, this is a valid trade because we were kind of sloping upwards. We had a 43 lot buy. You could have bought right here, and then once you see this little candle, this little spinning top right there, once you start trading down below, you got to get out. Just get out for like 1 or 2 points, and just be happy with what the market gives you. I know some people are saying, "Oh, I'm going to get a 3 to 1, or I'll take a full stop out." Well, you go right ahead and do that if you want to. That's not how I trade. I trade what the market's telling me right at the time. If the market's going to give me a 2 to 1, 3 to 1, I will take it. But if the market's going to put me in the profit, and then all of a sudden it decides, oh, well, I'm going to go down, and I start losing profits, I just get out for a break even or a small profit. I do not take a full stop out. No, sir. I do not do that. I do not do that. If you watch me on stream, you'll know I do not take it. Uh, right here, we have a 136 short. I did not trade this. I was done for the day. After lunch, I was kind of done. I kind of shut the stream down. I was kind of done. So I did not trade this because I was doing something else. I think I was making some videos for the indicator. But I kind of missed this 110 right here. This is a good valid trade. This is a good valid trade to show people. This right here is an A plus setup. When you see this, and this happens all the time during the week. It happens. It at least happens once a day. It might not happen every day, but man, it seems like it at least happens once or twice a day. You'll get some good A plus setups like this. You will get the separation of the Heiken Ashy right there. They're separated. They're sloping upwards. And then you got a 136 lot seller that's like, I want to go ahead and sell. I want to go ahead and sell. I want to go ahead and sell right in the middle of this slop right here. So we had a 136 lot seller kick off, and they're like, hey, I want to sell. Well, guess what? We closed above it. We closed nice solid green candle. We closed above it. You got a 136 seller that got trapped. And what do? You go ahead and you go in right here, and you put your stop down here. So you got about a 2 point stop. You go ahead and get in. Once you start seeing that 42 seller, once you start seeing that 43 and we start losing and we start coming back down, you got to get out, take yourself about 4 or 5 points, people. Get yourself about $300 on that trade. That's a nice little trade to take. You can go in with like 2 or 3 contracts on the Russell. When it pops up here, sell a little bit, move to a break even, try to get yourself a runner. That's how the game's played. So that was the Russell. The Russell seems like it's pretty decent. I might keep trading it a little bit. I might keep trading it. The NASDAQ is my bread and butter, but hey, I got to trade other instruments because I know people are going to ask me, well, how about this instrument? How about the ES? How about the Russell? The gold, well, I got to get used to gold. But the indexes I trade all the time. Okay, now this right here, yes, that's a valid trade, but you got to understand what you're up against. You're right up here at the high right here, and you got to understand that look to your left right here. Are we going to have resistance up here? You see right up here? And you're trying to buy that breakout. That's a little hard to do. This right here, 136, you got a lot of consolidation up here. Luckily, it turned out pretty good, but you got to keep a tight stop. That's why you got to keep a tight stop. If you try and do this real quick, you try to see 22 100 trap seller. Realistically, if you see a 22 trap seller, I think that's pretty good for the Russell 22. I mean, you could go ahead and get in that. The bars are separating and we're trading above. You can get in here, and then and you get a spike up here. Once you start selling off, you can probably just go ahead and get out for about 1 or 2 points, maybe 1 point, point and a half, something like that. And just go ahead and get out. The Russell for every tick trades like for every tick it's $5. So this right here, this is a pretty decent valid trade right here. You've got it sold off, it bounced back up to the Heikin-Ashi lines. They're still separated. They didn't cross over. They're kind of still sloping down. 25 lot sell. You can go ahead, take this. You got 25 lot backing you up. Stops up here about 3 points. Go ahead and get in. Let's say you see that sell order and you go ahead and get out here for about 2 points. Okay. Just go ahead and take it, or you can sell half and then move to a break even. And then you might have gotten stopped out right there and then see what you can get. So that's the Russell. That's what I traded. The Russell seems like it's pretty decent. The thing about the Russell and that I read about it is that the ES is a thickly traded market. The NQ is a thinly traded market, and the NQ is dominated by these high frequency trading algos and stuff. So the NQ is pretty dominated there. Also, the NQ, any news that comes out on like a tech stock, on like Nvidia, Apple, Google, things like that, it's going to get either be good or bad. So, but with the Russell, that's the small caps. So it's not as volatile as the NQ, and it's really not dominated by the high frequency trading from the institutions. And the thing about it, these institutions will throw their money into the Russell. Okay, from what I've read, sometimes the Russell will move, and then the ES and the NQ will follow. So there is money that flows into the Russell, and again, you gotta catch that money. If the money is on the wrong side, and they get caught like that 136, you can get yourself some nice trades. But you got to remember, when you see the profits and you're up pretty good, don't let a winner turn into a loser. So I will be back at it Monday, 9:15. Talk to you later.